Check the points, yeah.
So round 2's up.
Look at that.
Half of our players sitting with 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Half of our players sitting with 0 points.
Oh.
It's a shame how that happens.
I was
but
one of those 0 pointers.
Me too. Lyle Rawls, John Mathias, Jorge Chang, Charles Boyer, Desmond Goodman, Ahern, Jamie Armel, Devin Urke, Eric Bloom, Davin Shushart, Christopher Cruz, Harrison Thatcher, Chris Bauer, Chris Keller, Dwayne Hess, and TJ Schillingberg rounding it out with 3 points. And then Julia, Ben, Robert, Max, Keenan, Patrick, everyone else sitting with 0.
Like, you know what? I'm done going through everyone's names.
Reading everyone's
That's a
names.
lot of names.
15-way tie for first.
Yeah, so good way to start things off. We've got round 2, though. One of our 3-pointers on camera.
Yeah. That's how we like to do things.
We like to have winning records usually on camera and variety of decks if we can. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but this time we get to feature first-time Season 2 player. He shows up every so often for Modern Magic Mondays.
Yeah.
Of course, we're referring to Dwayne. Keller is also a man of mystery, it seems, with him showing up for Season 2. I actually just barely missed out on Season 1. Could not show up for the last week, which caused him to miss out on the top 8. But now, he was playing Infect for that a little bit there. Now he's since switched over to this Rug Delirium.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, pretty cool.
Kind of an interesting deck, I think, overall. It's definitely...
Yeah.
It's seen the Rug color has kind of seen a resurgence with the entrance of, I think, the card that really helps the deck center. I mean, so people can argue that the Teamer Rug colors, they're all very strong when they're put together, and it was a pretty strong deck with Tarmogoyf.
Yes.
And you saw it with what they call Tarma Twin.
Yeah.
So you play Splinter Twin, you play counter spells, you play Tarmogoyfs, all the value. But with Traverse the Ulvenwald, a card that came out in Shadows over Innistrad, it kind of helped the Rug colors kind of synergize just a little bit more. Mm-hmm. You play a lot of cheap cantrips, and then with Traverse, you can get, if you have Delirium turned on, which you do pretty quickly.
Pretty easily.
Sorcery, instant. It runs, some lists I've seen run Tarfire.
It does have that access, or even like the Seal of
Primordium.
Mm-hmm. It's got the baubles, Mishra's bauble. So there's artifact that you can add into it. Like, it's got so many different, ways to just throw stuff into your graveyard and get that Delirium.
Which not only helps with Traverse, but also helps with Tarmogoyf.
Yes.
So, do we get to use the die today?
No.
Oh, man.
Because I didn't know that Keller was on a different deck.
Oh.
So
we need this information.
But no, because
I
think it was also because you were playing against
first round.
Was first round you were playing against?
Yeah.
Okay.
But on the other hand, we have Dwayne playing Merfolk.
Yeah, this is
tried and true.
He played this at the IQ and made top 8 with it.
Dominated.
So
he was doing very well. He was,
I think, undefeated going into the top 8.
Yeah, I don't think he actually dropped a game.
Until the top 8. And then got eliminated in the top 8. But that's okay. So he knows the deck. Very comfortable with the mono blue style.
This is something I forgot last time. You were supposed to remind me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We're forgetting our timers because
new pad.
We're good at what we do with this new location for streaming, guys. All right, let's get it going. Let's get that Chronos start. Look at that. Beautiful time.
Just as the straw poll comes in.
Oh, look, perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Get those votes in. Let us know. Is it going to be Merfolk? Is it going to be Rug? Team or Delirium? as Chris plays a Wooded Foothills
Mm-hmm.
and passes the turn. Mutavault
Mainboard Relic.
with a main board. Interesting.
So that is something that some of the some of the mono blue Merfolk decks have done in the past. And with, graveyard strategies running around, that's a fine thing to do. You don't really rely on your graveyard, so that's good. And it just, disrupts them and gives you an extra draw. But that's really, really funny that is the turn 1 play.
Mm-hmm. Just,
Oh, I know you're on a new deck, so
Yeah.
I made sure to put these mainboard relics in
I'm pretty
my
sure this
Merfolk.
is going to hurt you. Chit-chatting. Chris hoping for something good. Ooh, Mana Leak, Spell Snare. Couple lands.
Ghost Quarter Pass.
Yeah.
I like this. Basically, he's saying anything you're going to play, I'm going to counter.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you get too crazy with your land and try to kill me with your land, I'll kill that.
Mm-hmm. So here's an island.
Eminem blending in with the wall.
Hashtag obey your master of waves. And here's an Aether Vial.
And here's a Mana Leak.
Mana Leak.
And it's a beautiful whiteboarded one, too.
I'm pretty sure you probably just threw the deck together like 30 minutes beforehand.
Hey, anybody got any Mana Leaks? Oh, whiteboarded? Alright.
Here's a Scalding Tarn. I voted for Muscles. Oh, Muscles, where are you?
This
is the start.
Muscles week for those that are watching at home. Also, if Drewski Brew pops up in chat,
Spam him.
spam him.
Let us know.
Let us know. Alright, here's another island. Still, potential for a lot of countermeasures to come up.
Oh yeah.
A lack of a vial is annoying,
Can I have the Spreading Seas?
but you look like you could use another island in your life. Now, this is something he could spell snake.
It is, but is he more worried about the Spreading Seas or a potential threat?
Yeah, I think keeping the spell snare up for later is better. Because at this point, Dwayne's has no threats on board.
Right.
He's just slowly building up. You're like, all right, I don't have access to red. Well, I'll just go get a Stomping Grounds if I really need it. Or, interesting. So he's going for the steam vents here, and with the stuff that he's played so far, he's giving no indication that green is in this deck.
True. Very
which
true.
Is really smart.
Yeah. Okay, so he also has a Lightning Bolt. And is that a Tarmogoyf? And here's the breeding pool.
And now, the truth comes out.
Yep. 16 into a Tarmogoyf.
If only we had a dice that could tell us how big he is.
Yep, if only. That's alright. I see a land. I see...
No, those are all exiled.
Oh, they're all exiled.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
He should only be a 1/2 because there's a Aether Vial in the graveyard.
There you go. Here's a Master of the Pearl Trident.
And here's the Spell Snare.
Get him.
I think it's fine to Spell Snare here because then you still... Now, so Spell Snare will come down. He doesn't have the red mana right now to bolt or do anything else, but this... that's fine.
Dwayne says, really? You could have used that on that Spreading Seas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And...
Tarmogoyf just got bigger.
he's now a 2/3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! A 3/4.
3, 4. Here's a Mutavault activation.
Huh? Yeah, that's it.
Dwayne saying, you know what? In the face of that Tarmogoyf, no.
I will not be attacking you.
Pass the turn. Wandering Fumarole.
It's a 1/4 man land. That
Or a 4/1 man land.
If you pay 0, you can switch his power and toughness. No twisted image necessary.
No, not at all.
Crash. For 3. I like he just stares him down.
Yeah. This Tarmogoyf
is now a 2.
pretty big. Not anymore.
Bink, bink.
Going 18.
And I've got to say, these players are doing a good job.
They are.
Keeping this life pad.
You know what my favorite is when the player on the other side of the table will reach over and say, you know what, here, I got you.
Don't you worry.
Yeah. I'm keeping you honest.
Lord of Atlantis.
So what's Dwayne trying to do with Merfolk as he plays a phantasmal image?
Well, he's trying to get as many Merfolk on the battlefield as possible and be able to buff them up using Master of the Pearl Trident and Lord of Atlantis to give them +1/+1 and Island Walk.
Okay.
But it looks like he says, I will cast this, and this guy will die. Now, he could make Phantasmal Image be a copy of Goyf.
Well, we could have.
Now, but I don't know if he goes, all right, enter the battlefield, and he says, cool, that has entered the battlefield, resolves.
Right,
And then he says, okay, cool, I'll say he's a copy of Master.
Yeah.
Or Lord of Atlantis. And you're like, all right, cool, now that you've declared who he is, I'm going to bolt that other guy. So, little tidbits.
The thing about Tarmogoyf is he's the Lurgoyf and not a Merfolk.
That's true.
So there's no Island Walk shenanigans or anything like that.
No, he doesn't get any Island Walk.
So, ooh, Bounding Crosses.
So that was a creature that people would play in the Tarmogoyf deck.
Gee, I wonder why.
I think 3/3, right?
Yeah, he's a 3/3 for 4/3. And basically, you treat him like you would your Pestermites or your Deceiver Exarchs, and you just say when it enters the battlefield, you may tap or untap, but this is a target creature instead of a permanent. Just an honest frog lizard.
Yeah, just an honest guy. And our life totals have evened up to 16 all.
Master of the Pearl Trident.
Can I have this one?
And oh,
and he says I'm gonna be a copy of that. And choosing that over the Goyf or something makes a lot more sense because you're going to want to pump up your whole team as much as possible.
That Mutavault looks pretty nasty right now.
Now, yeah, it's Mutavault would be a 4/4, but there is still that Ghost Quarter that could kill that. And activate.
Sure.
Again, he's just a 1/4 right now. I mean, really, there's no point in not attacking with everybody because your opponent's going to have Island Walk.
Right.
Okay, again, I don't know why he's not attacking. I mean, he's... Alright. He's still... Oh, is Goyf only going to be a 2/3? He should be a 3/4, I thought. 2 creatures, something got exiled.
It may just be...
But he had the violence got countered.
Oh my.
I don't know. But okay, anyway, yeah, so... Comes crashing in.
For 7.
Drops Dwayne down to 9. Now, a Master of Waves would help a lot here.
Hey.
But
You're right.
mana
You're right.
means we're gonna see another low drop Merfolk. We haven't seen any Silver Gills or anything like that.
We're actually seeing what we should have saw last week. Because I didn't see any Master of the Pearl Trident or Lords of Atlantis.
Yeah, you had some bad luck on camera against Ad Nauseam last week. Which, in case you guys were wondering, all of those VODs are up at youtube.com/Modern Magic Mondays. Or you can just go to YouTube and search Modern Magic Mondays and you'll see the channel dedicated to all the VODs that we broadcast up here.
And yep. Go ahead.
Nope, you have islands.
Just kidding.
Here's 6. Because they are both 3/3s. Now, I don't... 1, 2, 3, 4. He has a Harbinger of Tides in his hand.
Okay.
And he's going to flash it in for 4 mana instead of 2. And, mess with Chris when he tries to attack.
Sure. No, just kidding.
All right.
I'm a huge fan of these face cams.
Aren't they nice?
Yeah, just to be able to see
the extra discussion and see, all right, why have they not played? Well, because
Right.
he's sitting there thinking really hard about his play right now.
or there's a scrub in the background distracting everyone. Now we know.
Nat, the more you know. Eminem's a ninja on this Tuesday. Every so often we see him pop up.
These guys.
All right. Tap 4. And I'll bounce your Goyf. And block your Bounding Krasis to kill him.
Just to see Christmas in the tank. And okay, he's gonna pop
Draw a card.
the relic.
You may have another land.
Yep.
And now there's 2 lands in the graveyard. So he's a 1/2. Harbinger of the Tides, here he comes. Turn the land sideways.
Potential 4 damage.
No, doesn't have it.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
No, that's I was hoping. That would be great.
You're killing me and everyone at home. Oh, he does have it.
End step.
It takes the damage instead.
End step. Chooses to say, go to your hand. Bam! Called it.
Just to push that extra
Nailed
damage across.
it. Yeah, because now the Harbinger is a 4/4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got lethal on board here. Curse Catcher.
Curse Catcher.
Another Lord. Yes.
Here's the Master.
And if no way to stop it, I'm going to crash in and we can go to game 2.
Kirash. Hold on. Here's a Pestermite.
Oh.
Tap that guy down.
He is dead.
Oh, you were right.
Oh.
Phantasmal Image got targeted.
Only 7 coming across now. So he's no longer dead.
Oh, no.
He's down to 3. Oh no. And now...
I wonder if he's playing Splinter Twin in his deck. Just kidding, guys. Splinter Twin still banned.
Okay. So, here we go. Off the top. If he activates the Wandering, swings in with everything, for sure, the Pestermite gets through for 2 damage. But he'll still die. So he really had to hope that he got a Lightning Bolt.
That looks...
It's like there might have been a Snapcaster he drew. But there's no Lightning Bolt in the graveyard because they all got exiled off
Right.
of Relic. And yeah, you can see thinking hard about what. Yeah, it is Snapcast. So with what is on board, what's in his hand, there's no way that he can win. Spreading seas.
Get this out of here. I can't believe that you got rid of my lightning bolt. You just ruined
the main board Relic. I can't believe you did that.
Best play ever. Pestermite, too strong, as Charles Biscuit says.
Hold on a second. Pulsa Marasa was in his board? Is that what I saw?
Oh, yeah. He's running a Pulse.
Merfolk! Is that Muscles,
dude?
Yeah!
Dude, you got this. This is your week, my friend.
It is. This is the week of Merfolk. We got 3 rounds of Merfolk tonight. Different decks each time on camera.
Yep.
But yeah, so let's get sideboard time.
You're just so... You want to read Chris's?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited because I saw that somebody else is running this card, not just me and the few Infect players that know
Start
what's
us
up.
off.
All right, so 2 Ancient Grudge, of course, to destroy some artifacts. 1 Is It Static Caster, 1 Anger of the Gods, 1 Pulse of Marasa, 1 Reclamation Sage, 1 Keranos, God of Storms, 1 Dispel, 1 Crumble of Dust, 1 Counterflux, 1 Magus of the Moon. So, Anger of the Gods seems a solid choice to bring in. Pulse of Marasa seems good too. Other than that, I don't mind either the Reclamation Sage or a 1 of Ancient Grudge coming in as well.
Now that he knows there's main board Relic Representatives?
Yeah, it's like now you're knowing there's the relics, now you know that there's the vials. I don't mind. I don't think bringing in both of them, but I think one or the other is fine. Ancient Grudge probably would help out because of the flashback ability.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, Rec Sage is a threat on its own. He's 2-1. So those are the things that I'm thinking will help him out here. But what about Dwayne?
Yep. On Dwayne's side, 1 Seize Claim, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Relic of Progenitor. So he's got 1 in the sideboard as well.
Mm-hmm. 2
Tidebinder Mage, 2 Tectonic Edge, 2 Torpor Orb, 3 Hercule's Recall, 2 Spell Pierce, and 1 Master of Waves. This card does not attach to that land. Enchanted land is an island.
Ooh, Seize Claim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about running that too. I just have not. It's 1 blue, I think.
So the other relic, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bring that in. Even I'm okay with the 1 Tech Edge, just to hopefully cut Chris off one of the colors that he's looking for. And the Spell Pierces and the Master of Waves. I think there's the opportunity to put enough blue permanents on board to really make use of that Master of Waves. If that's the one of that he has in the deck, or if he's running one in his main board as well.
That's true. And, like, the protection from red is nice. The other thing,
Tidebinder Mage, right?
Tidebinder can
Mage,
tap
yes,
a
absolutely.
green or red creature.
Right.
And that, Goyf, that's annoying. Those Bounding Graces, those are annoying. If he really wanted to, he could even bring in the Torpor Orb. Because it would cut off the Pestermite, Deceiver, and it would stop Bounding Graces.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other stuff is more important. The Tidebinder Mage are more important here. The Relic is more important here. Even, like, he could decide, goes 2 Tidebinder, 1 Master, and 1 Relic. And like you were talking about, the Tech Edge is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has a lot of potential stuff that he can bring in, but for sure he's bringing in those Tidebinders and that extra Relic. And the Master just seems solid enough. Like, getting to 4 mana, in that situation, it didn't matter too much. He was able to get up to 5 mana, but let's see. So we've got Chris Mulligan down to 6. Dwayne was fine with his. Breeding Pool tapped and pass. So one of the benefits to running like Infect or some of the other decks that I can delay having, my islands get thrown down early, while control decks, or like even this Delirium deck, has to play those blue lands, those islands, early. So they have to play the steam vents, they have to play their breeding pools. Being this 3-color deck like that, you have a lot of fetches, a lot of those shocks. So he's just saying, you know what? You might be able to get Island Walk early. Oh, there's that Master.
Yep.
But that's okay. And Remand says, fetch. I'll get myself a basic forest. No.
I don't know if Muscles is asking in chat. He said, hey, did you see that green-blue Crush deck? Crush of Tentacles. I read about it today, but I personally did not see it in action over the weekend.
No. When? What?
It was a standard deck.
Cool.
Yep, it was like, and he also made top 8 with it.
Oh, nice. No,
yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see that yet.
So Dwayne getting in there with that Curse Catcher for 1 more point of damage.
Curse Catcher is actually pretty relevant in this matchup. By being able to sack and counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. There's your Traverse.
Oh yeah, Traverse of the Ulvenwald.
So what does that do again?
So basically it says search your library for a basic land. I think you put it into play. I gotta check again.
I think if you have Delirium, you put it into play, right?
No, yeah. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. If you have Delirium, you can search for a creature or land card, reveal it, put it in your hand.
Creature or land?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so that's really where the deck starts to shine. Because you can just go ahead and say, well, you know what? What creature do I need? Do I need a Snapcaster Mage? Do I need a Tarmogoyf? You got a couple options. Or that Pestermite.
Yeah. And here's the Time Minder. Say, go to sleep, Goyf. You do not untap.
Crash.
I'll deal 1 damage to you. Untap. Draw for turn. Oh, nice. So he's got, of course, the filter land to help him get access to red or green, whichever he might need more of. And we'll just pass turn after that.
Here's another island.
Yeah, we know... Ooh, nice. We know there is the Master in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically saying, how much devotion can I build up? Well, he's got 3 right now, and now throwing down that Spreading Seas, that brings up to 4. 5,
Here's
6.
the Lord.
So that's 6 devotion here.
Flash in the Snapcaster Mage.
And remand.
Target remand.
Your Lord. So he says, this is my Snapcaster, this is my remand. And he could choose to sack. Yes, I think that's the better play here. So he can crash in for 3 damage. Bam. It's like a Bounding Crisis in hand.
Yep. Another island.
Chooses just to deploy it now.
Okay, yep. Let's tap my mana correctly here.
And says, I would like my Goyf back, please. Because you can tap or untap, which most people don't remember about the untapping. Because they're so used to just making sure something taps.
Right.
So
let's do this on right before your combat step. Tap that down.
Yeah, and that will be 5 damage coming across, dropping Dwayne down to 15 there. Looks like it's time to get a bunch of tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, he forgot. So
Lords 2, Tidebinders.
2 and Master.
Tidebinders 2 blue?
Yes. And Master is 1. He forgot the Spreading Seas.
Okay.
Because the Spreading Seas is your enchantment, so you would still get the 1
Sure.
from it. Other than that, but still, having the 15 tokens out is nice. I mean, really... Actually, no, that wouldn't help. I was about to say, an Anger of the Gods would be awesome, but the problem is... Looks like he's got 2 lands in hand, and just played another land.
Mm-hmm.
So... He can block the tokens... But no, he just kind of...
Yep. See what we got going on here.
Oh. Well, cool to see the Rogue Delirium, but we just also got to see the power of the Mono Blue Merfolk. Too.
Yeah.
And Dwayne takes it 2-0 over Chris. And Chris has been talking about how he has not been enjoying Magic as much lately. And that's, but he's said, I'll try this deck out. See if I'll enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah. Chris and I talked, I'm trying to think of when it was. We sat down, we talked one day, and he was talking about how he wasn't really enjoying Modern, and then he picked up Infect, and that was okay for him for a while, because Infect's the cheater's deck, and you can just really win.
He was going like 4-1 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Pretty close to the top 8,
3-2,
the first season
5-0.
Invitational.
Yeah, he was doing well.
But we talked, and I was like, you really like... He plays Shardless Bug in Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So you know right off the bat that he's kind of more in the let me control what you're doing while stripping your hand.
Is there another folk up next? We have 2 more rounds. That was round 2.
We got 3 more rounds.
There's 3 more rounds, and 2 of them are Merfolk.
2 of them.
I don't remember if it's next or not. I want to say it is.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
So yes, it is Muscles.
Yeah.
We get to see another Merfolk player. It's not Dwayne. So
And it's not Dwayne.
we had a decent number of that. So,
But
like you were saying,
yeah,
that's kind of what he's about. So let's check our points real quick. That was round